Well, let's see what's happening in the commodities market this Monday afternoon as we've seen reported across the board. Well, it seems like just looking at this chart, all of the commodities here are in the red. From gold to platinum. Let's start with gold, trading at $3,418.30, and it's negative 73.00, down 2.09%. For silver, it is $37.99. That's for an ounce of any of these commodities. Copper is $445.10, and platinum is $1,318.89. A negative 0.55, negative 2.05, negative 12.50. Silver is 1.43% in negative. Copper is 0.46% in negative. And platinum is 0.94% in negative. Now, we see that Trump's tariff implementation is hitting hard on most commodities as trading pattern has changed, and a lot of negotiations and renegotiations are still on the front burner. Let's see how it plays out moving on. With still some considerations might be made moving forward. Now, corn, wheat, cocoa, and cotton. For corn, it's staying in green, positive 2.00, selling for $407.50. That's per a metric ton of that commodity. Wheat is $519.75. Cocoa is $8,196 per metric ton of that commodity, and it's positive 2.73%. Cotton is $67.09, and it's positive 0.49. Cocoa is positive 218.00, and wheat is positive 5.25. And the percentage points, 1.02% for wheat, 2.73% for cocoa, and 0.74%. That's for a metric ton of cotton. Now, major indexes crept higher in Asia today as companies' earnings underpinned high valuation in the tech sector, while a crucial report on United States inflation would likely set the course of the dollar and bonds. Japan's stocks market were closed for a holiday, while Euro Stock 50 futures added just 0.2% here in green. FTSE futures also rose 0.1%, followed here in green, and DAX futures firmed 0.2%, all staying in green this afternoon. S&P 500 futures and NASDAQ futures both at 0.1%, 0.1% in positive to near record highs. MSCI's broadest index of Asian Pacific shares outside of Japan, that gained wildly 0.3%, while South Korea stocks remained flat, while the Chinese blue chips added 0.5% remarkably after data showed consumer price inflation ticked up in July. But producer prices kept falling as the country's massive manufacturing sector exported deflation to the rest of the world. Kospi 2.9% in green, CSR 300 also in green, 0.5%. This, no bloody nose in this market. Everything looking pretty green, close to a color of my shirt. That's really a very good one for this Monday afternoon. Well, but crude oil prices on the other side are all nosediving in red. From WTI to OPEC basket, we see all in red. But let's break it down further, tell you that crude oil prices held steady as markets awaited the meeting in coming days between Russian President Vladimir Putin and the United States counterpart, President Donald Trump. I said that earlier, that there's negotiation and renegotiation all around, and also prices marked their steepest weekly losses since late June on a tariff hit on the economic outlook. U.S. West Texas Intermediate crude down 0.67%, selling for $63.45. Brent down 0.59%, selling for $66.20. That's per barrel of that commodity. Let's move to Bonny Light, which has constantly been down in recent times, selling for $78.62, and with a decline of 2.84%. For the OPEC basket, dealers offer $69.49, declining 1.56%.